the Greene and Columbia County area. And one of the things that's going on, or actually that has been going on, and will continue to go on for quite some time through the year, is the big shindig that Lexington, the town of Lexington, is having, because they're celebrating their town's bi-centennial with a Patriot celebration. And with me on the live line, if she's there, Karen Deeter, who is the town historian. Are you there, Karen?
I'm here.
Yay! You know what? When technology works, I get really excited. Karen Deeter is the town historian for the town of Lexington, and I went on to the bicentennial web page, which sings to you, by the way. The bicentennial webpage sings "Happy Birthday." That was caught me by surprise. So, tell us about the celebration, and tell us about the town of Lexington. Just tell us.
Well, we're a little town on the mountaintop, the Catskill Mountains, and when we realized our 200th birthday was coming up, we talked about it, and we decided that there really wasn't enough written or enough known about our town history, and it's a wonderful history. It's a good history, so we set out on a mission to use this bicentennial year as an opportunity to, as we wrote it out, as this mission statement, to cover as much history as possible, involving as many people as possible, and using as many sites as possible. So that's what we set up, and our calendar events we turn out to be for every month of the year, and we have 3 events each year, and all of them pointing to our history in some way, speaking to us about our history. So far, we've been having a lot of fun, and our biggest event is coming up in April. It's our official recognition of our name, Lexington. We were named Lexington for the Battle of Lexington by a Revolutionary War soldier veteran in 1813. And actually, our little town was, when it was split away from Wyndham, it was called New Goshen at first. From the people, I think, that settled here, many of them were from New Goshen. I'm thinking many of the influential ones were from New Goshen. But the Revolutionary War soldiers, a group of them, led by Silas Fowler, we know, talked the town into changing the name to Lexington. And we don't know that that's ever been officially recognized or celebrated, so that's what we're doing on April 20th. And it starts with a parade that actually features we're calling a Grand March of Families, and we're trying to get as many family names in this march as possible, where anybody that can march and stay with their family sign in this little, it's not even a half mile from our municipal building, will walk in this parade of families and come to the municipal building, and there's a couple of floats and things that go with it, and we'll have a short ceremony, and we'll honor all of this name of Lexington. And after our service, our ceremony, there will be a picnic on the lawn, and our fire company will be selling hot dogs and hamburgers and things to drink, and we'll have the ice cream truck there, and there will be birthday cake for everyone. So we're inviting everyone to our celebration on April 20th. And if you have a name that connects with Lexington, let us know, and we'll get you with that family.
That's
we're looking
right.
to have all the family names that were ever connected with this town showing somehow that day.
So if you no longer live in Lexington, but you have a connection to the town of Lexington and the history of Lexington, they have to get a hold of you, don't they?
They must. That would be wonderful. We would love
How would they do that?
We would love it.
How would they do that?
Well, they can either go to our website,
okay,
which is Lexington 2013. You can get it that way. Or they can call me. I'm a town historian, and the number is 518-989-6027.
Now, what is this history fair that I see that's going to be taking place on April the 6th?
Well, that's one of each month. There's a history fair. We have 3 events each month, and to sort of look at the history in 3 different ways. Each month, there's a history fair, and that's the site of that is the largest space we have in the town, and it has several booths that sort of just offer a look into something that has to do with our history. For instance, the history of houses, the history of boarding houses, or maple syruping, or the hunting up here, or celebrating our famous fishing areas. And each month there's there's 8 booths. Some of them remain the same. They're like one from the Historical Society that features things from our archives and our historical holdings there, a different exhibit each month. There's a library that there's each month, and there's some different subjects to look at. There's also a place where we feature an artist of the month. And our cafe, which we call Patriots Cafe, has hot dogs and grilled cheeses and things to eat and coffee. And we have across the way in another smaller room, we have Susan Simperter, who's collecting folk stories for our folk archives. And we have there Silas Fowler. He meets you at the door, and he's in costume, and he is actually our code enforcer, Adam Cross, in our town, and he is representing Silas Fowler all year. And so we have lots of places where we've made him look like a Revolutionary War soldier, and we ask you, when you see him on April 20th, to shake his hand.
Okay. So you have 3 events planned per month.
Yes.
Right through what month is this?
Right through November.
Right
and then
through
in
November.
December of 2013, we have a sort of a finale where we get together and see some videos and give some awards and things.
So the grand finale is in what month?
December 2013.
In December.
Yes.
So this is quite a celebration.
Well, it is. It is. I mean, so far it's been, for those of us who looked at it and put it together, so far we're having great fun. And to mention the other 2 events, besides the fair, the second event each month is called For Lovers of Learning. It's one that we were looking for, people to come and look at one subject rather than looking at a lot of subjects. Like, for instance, the one coming up this weekend, the 30th, will be at our Lexington Methodist Church. This is actually Women's History Month, and we're having a program that comes from the Greene County Historical Society, and it's called The Private Lives of Women, 1680 to 1860. And it's a really wonderful. The Greene County Historical Society has wonderful programs that they put out on the road. So they're coming at 2:00 this Saturday, and that's to be the March Lovers of Learning event for our bi-centennial. And then the third event each month is something that is more like an entertainment thing, and that's in one of the months that's going to be our town picnic, and in one of the months that's going to be our celebration of the history of square dancing. So those 3 events we're looking at each month.
Oh, so we got lots of stuff coming up. I just want to make sure that the March 30th event is on our calendar.
I think it should be.
So we'll be able to announce that, and as each event comes up, we'll be able to talk about it and get people out there to see beautiful Lexington.
Well, that's what we want, and that's what we'd like.
Celebrating its 200 years. Are there a lot of? I really don't know. Are there a lot of towns in our area that have made it to 200 years?
Well, it's really fun up here on the mountaintop right now, because in 1813, when we were taken away from Wyndham, most of the territory up here was what we refer to as Old Wyndham, and in that year we were taken away from Wyndham, and so was Hunter. Hunter was first called Greenland. And then in 1814, it was changed to Hunter. We were first called New Goshen and then changed to Lexington just a couple of months later. So a lot happened up here to change. Wyndham became a much smaller area. And so from that point on, there were many changes. But in that year, there were so many that you actually feel a sort of a coming together, and with us all up here on the mountaintop looking back at those times.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a whole celebration of the mountaintop. So Hunter is, yes, having their 200th anniversary also.
And folks, my Columbia County listeners, as I always encourage Columbia County to cross that bridge. I've been across it many times. It's very safe.
It's very safe.
Cross that bridge. You can go up to the mountaintop. It is gorgeous up there. And on one of these many days that you're having to experience some of the things that are going on, and it looks like there's something for everybody, for the bookworm, for the parade person. So it really sounds like it's exciting, and it's going to last throughout the entire year.
Yep, and we know that a lot of our settlers were from Columbia, so we hope to see some some Columbia people here on April 20th.
Well, we'll make sure that we have all the events on the WGXC calendar so that we can announce them. And, of course, congratulations on your 200th birthday.
Thank you.
And your singing website, which I found very interesting. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I'd just like to thank you for this opportunity and to mention that I hope people will go to our website. Our website person is Donna Poulin, and she's been very helpful to us, very good to us, and so I hope you'll enjoy the website she's put out there.
And this bears repeating. We are talking about the birthday of Lexington. We're talking with Karen Deeter, who is the town historian, and we're talking about celebrating Lexington's bicentennial birthday. There's going to be 3 events every month. Some of them have passed by. There's one coming up this weekend, and you can get all of that information on their website, which is Lexington2013.com. Lexington2013.com, correct?
That's right.
Okay. And get out there and help Lexington celebrate their 200th birthday. And, of course, you can be reached, the town historian can be reached at 518-989-6027. Did I get everything right?
You did it right. Thank you very much. I'll be expecting some calls.
Well, that's good. Thank you so much for taking the time to call us, and we're going to keep everybody informed on what's going on over in Lexington. And if you'll just hold on for one moment, and I'm going to give the listeners a little Nina Simone, and I'll be right with you. You're listening to WGXC 90.7 FM, streaming live on WGXC.org.